Before you begin, make sure that the machine is clean and there is no abrasive on top of the cover. Move the crossbeam so that it is in the middle of the side beam. You will need to move the crossbeam to allow you to clean the entire cover. When you finish cleaning, push one of the E-stops so that the machine will not move while being lubricated. Loosen and remove the 2 screws on top of each end of the side cover. You will need a 1/8 inch hex key Allen wrench. Do the same with the 2 screws at the back of each side cover as well. When you remove the cover, be careful not to scratch it on the riser. Remove the cover carefully by tilting it and sliding it forward underneath the riser. Now you can visually inspect the ball screw and linear rails. First, look very carefully for any irregularities. Clean all dirt and abrasive from the ball screw, linear rails, and bearings. Start lubricating the ball screw by adding a generous amount of grease over the total length of the ball screw. We recommend Mobilith AW2 industrial grease, heavy-duty multi-purpose. The movement of the X and XX axis is controlled by a set of linear bearings, which each have a grease fitting. Try to clean the grease fittings prior to lubricating to prevent dirt from getting inside the bearing. After cleaning, you can grease all the linear bearings by connecting an industrial greaser gun to the grease fittings. Stop adding grease when you see grease coming out of the sides of the bearings. On this video, we are showing you the double X axis on the left side of the machine, which only has 2 bearings. The beam on the right side of the machine is the X axis, which has 4 bearings that will each need to be greased. After lubricating the X and double X movement axis, release the E-stop, which will allow you to manually move the gantry up and down the entire axis without operating the cutting head. This will spread the grease evenly over the ball screw and linear rails. Push the E-stop in again so that the crossbeam doesn't move while you put the cover back on. To put the cover back in place, slide it through the front of the machine underneath the riser, being careful not to scratch it. Lift the back of the cover over the end plate to rest on the ledge at the back end of the plate. Also line up the lip on the front of the cover with the front end plate. Now put the 4 screws on the top of the cover back in place and tighten them down. Be careful not to tighten too tightly so that you don't damage the cover. Repeat this process with the other axis. When both covers are securely back in place, release the E-stop.